Hello students, good morning you all. Today we are going to start the chapter 4 of Fundamental of Physical Geography book. This chapter is related to the distribution of ocean and the continents. This chapter we will complete in 8 modules and this is the first module of this chapter. So let's start. So the name of this chapter, as you can see, the distribution of ocean and continent. So as you know that the continents cover only 29% of the surface of the earth, or we can say that the land area of the surface of the earth cover only 29% and the remainder is under the oceanic water. So the position of the continents and the ocean bodies as we see them in the present maps or in the present time have not been the same in the past. It is now a well accepted fact that the ocean and continents will not continue to enjoy their present position in the time to the come because they were not same in the past, so they will be not remain same in future also. So the question is arise now, what were their position in the past? Why and how do they change their positions? Even if it's true that the continents and the ocean have changed and are changing their position in future also. So let's start this interesting topic that what were the position of the continent and the ocean on our earth surface, what is the position and what will be the position. So there are some theories in this chapter we will read who will support or who will help us to understand this theory or the distribution of the ocean and the continents on our earth surface in past and what are the causes behind them that they have changed their position from past to the present. So let's start the most famous theory, that is the continental drift theory. Actually, the continental drift. So first of all, what the mean of continental drift? Basically, the continental drift was a theory that explained how the continents shift position on earth surface, means how they change their position from one place to another. What are the causes behind them? What are the forces responsible for that? So in this way, or in the history of the continental drift theory, first of all, who make the possibility or who make possible that continents are in a drifting form? So first of all, or we can say the firstly proposed such kind of possibilities that our continents are not fixed. They were in a moving position in past. So who create this kind of possibilities and who propose this kind of possibilities? Firstly, he was Abraham Ortelius. Actually, he was a Dutch map maker and he proposed firstly such kind of possibility in 1596 that are oceans and continents that were not in a steady form, they were in a moving form. Then after the Abraham Ortelius, the firstly drew a map showing three continents together, means three continents together, this kind of map made by Antonio Pellegrini. Antonio Pellegrini, he was also a map maker and he made a map, he drew a map showing the three continents together. And after all this, in 1912, the famous theory given by the Alfred Wegener, and that theory was the continental drift theory. Alfred Wegener. He was a German meteorologist who put forth a comprehensive argument in the form of the continental drift theory. Means he proposed firstly with all kind of evidences, with all kind of possible forces, that our oceans and continents were not in a steady form, were not in a static form, they were in a moving form, and presently they are moving, and in future they will be moved. So he gave with evidences and he gave a full theory. So his theory is most popular in the era of the distribution of continents and oceans. So let's start. Before starting this theory, we just know that what was proposed by the Alfred Wegener. So actually, according to the Alfred Wegener, he support that the our entire land mass, means the entire land mass as well the entire water body formed a single continent. The entire landmass was formed a single continent, and the entire water body called as a mega ocean. So the entire landmass formed in a supercontinent, and this supercontinent called as Pangaea. Pangaea. Pangaea means a supercontinent that was a entire landmass, and the entire water body split out this entire landmass that called Panthalassa. So the entire landmass called as supercontinent, that is Pangaea, and the entire water body that in form of mega ocean called as Panthalassa. Near about 200 million years ago, this Pangaea splitted in two parts. The northern part of this Pangaea called as Laurentia, and the southern part of this Pangaea called as Gondwana land. And there is a further division also, and you can see the present time the division of different continents and ocean in the world. So presently there are 7 continents and 4 major oceans on our earth surface. This is the module first. In module second, we will discuss the evidences and the other support of these theories. Thank you.